Hello everyone, this is the Archfiend. Boy, it's been a long time since I said that, and actually someone made a comment saying why don't I say that anymore in my videos, and why don't I do the 10-second intros on my videos here anymore. Well, I don't do the 10-second intros anymore because I feel they went out on such a strong note. Now granted, I have a whole bunch more that you guys sent me, and I thank you. I'm appreciative that you guys sent those in, but I felt that its course had run to its end, for lack of a better term, and that last one I used on that Shane Dawson is a con man video, or whatever the hell I called it, that animated intro was just so fucking good, and the fact that someone took time and effort to make that, and I was like, there's nothing that's going to get better than this. I mean, unless, you know, someone from like Lucas Art Films or whatever sends me in something. But anyway, thank you guys for sending those in. I kind of stopped. I never really gave an explanation why. I kind of just forgot. I just stopped doing them and then gave no real answer as to why. But I felt they ran its course. They ran for, I think it was like over a year or so. But anyway, I stopped saying, hello everyone, this is the Archfiend, because those intros replaced that. But anyways, I'm going to start saying, hello everyone, this is the Archfiend in the beginning of my videos. So for all you that are nostalgic over that fact, be happy. Anyway. One trivial note aside, time for another note. In the video description is the link for a petition started on behalf of Undertaker Freak 1127 and his, what I'm still calling a wrongful termination, because no one can tell me how the hell on God's green earth, if there was a God and if this earth was green and not mostly filled with trash. But anyway, if someone could tell me how he deserved to be terminated, his channel terminated for impersonation, I'm all ears. No one has been able to do so. And if you want to take a stance, or help take a stance against wrongful flaggings on this website, please sign that petition. I don't care if you like John or not. That petition is to help send a message to YouTube that we're tired of these false flaggings. So if you could take a second to fill it out, that would be great. Second note aside, let's get to the video, the topic of the video at hand here, which is Archfiend's Choice. This is another Archfiend's Choice video, and I don't know, I'm debating on renaming these videos because Archfiend's Choice sounds kind of dumb. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, it was a takeoff of the movie Sophie's Choice, so anyway. Got 3 questions here for you guys. The same rules stand, and by the way, I had a fantastic time with you guys, debating with you, going over the answers, or they're not real definite answers. Like I said, there is no right or wrong answers to these. But it brought up a lot of good debates that we had, and I like seeing the feedback from you guys that is more than just, you know, pointing and laughing at YouTube whores or laughing at idiot fanboy comments and stuff like that. So it's nice to get intellectual here, for lack of a better term. So 3 questions for you guys. Same rules apply, and I hate that I have to stress this at every single time I do one of these. Please do not change the answers. I'm giving you 3 questions with definite options to pick from. The point is not to say, well, there's a more obvious answer and it should be this. You should wait for a tornado to come through the town and kill everyone, and just like, none of that shit. The point of this is to see if there is no other possible solution, what would you do? That is what this is supposed to bring the thought out, is if just, you know, there's every other solution was X'd out and you only have this left. You have to choose one of these answers, all right? So, without further ado, let's get to the questions here. All right, now number 1. All right, just say God happened to drop down from heaven, like you see him and you go, holy shit, you really do exist, I never knew. Anyway, God says he's taking a break. He needs to, you know, go see a movie or something because he's tired. He's been working since infinity. And he says to you, I'm going to give you my godlike powers for a day. And it's like, you're like, oh, okay, I guess I can do that. You can go watch a movie. He wants to see the movie Goodfellas. He heard it was really good. Anyway, he gives you his godlike powers, and your first duty at hand is to pick between one of 3 situations. You can only choose to do one of these 3 situations. Whichever situation you do, the other 2 situations will happen. So, the first situation is 200 people in a country that you don't know of, or you don't know people directly from, like I'm going to say like Romania. I don't believe I know anyone from Romania. I don't have any direct family or friends that I know of that are from Romania. The point is, you have no physical attachment to 200 people from this country. They are going to die in a plane crash in this country. You don't know anyone on board. It's just people that, you know, are just as unrecognizable as the average stranger that you cross on any given day. All right? 200 people are going to die in a plane crash. You can prevent that, but you have to figure out if you're going to choose one of these other two options and let the people die in the plane crash here. The second option is 10 relatives of direct friends of yours will die. 10 relatives. Like, and I'm talking about friends that you've known for like 5+ years. Like, and you don't know who it is. It could be their parents. It could be their brother, their sister. It could be their grandparents. It could be their cousin. 10 relatives of direct friends you know are going to die. But you don't know who they are, but the point is, it's going to be a pretty grievous event to be in the middle of, because, you know, you're close to those friends and their sorrow is going to rub off on you and you're going to feel sorrow as well. Anyway, and I'm sorry that some of these tend to be a bit morbid, but usually when the choices are between life and death, it tends to get the most thought out of people. But anyway, all right, third option is one personal friend of yours will die in an automobile accident that is not their fault. Someone will just, you know, T-bone them at the intersection or whatever, and one of your friends, one of your personal friends is going to be deceased. So, are you going to let 2 of the 3 situations happen? Which 2 of them are going to be? Or is it going to be 200 people die in a foreign country that are just strangers to you? Is it going to be 10 relatives of friends of yours? Or is it going to be one person in one friend of yours that is going to die in an automobile accident? You can only choose one of the 3 options. And I'd like to bring up that a lot of, some of you guys before said the whole thing, you know, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the one. Well, would you do that in this circumstance because 200 people are going to die in Romania, or are you going to save that personal friend of yours? So anyway, I'm not so sure what I would do in this scenario, to tell you the truth, but we'll get to that in the follow-up video to this in a few days. Number 2, all right? This is a question that I've heard a number of times before. This is like a scruples question that I've tweaked the answer of, and I think I've tweaked it in a unique way that would really make you ponder what you would possibly do in this circumstance, all right? It's a circumstance of you're driving with a friend, you're in the passenger seat, you haven't been drinking or anything, you're in a dark back road, and there's a homeless lady crossing the street. Your friend can't swerve out of the way in time. They were in the street, it was around the bend, you know, you couldn't get out of the way in time. Like, they tried, but boom, they hit the person dies on impact. You're just sitting there at the side of the road, you're like, my God, you could tell it's a homeless person, their clothes are tattered, I don't know, maybe they had like a bag with a lot of personal belongings in it or something. Just, you had basically a way to say that this person was not very well off. You look at the car, there's not an ounce of damage on the car. You're in the middle of a dark road. There is not even a street light for miles. No one has even drove by on this road the entire time. You were driving for a full hour. No one's even drove behind you or in front of you. It's just been a ghost town here. No one saw what happened. And you as the friend look at each other and you say, what are we going to do? If we turn ourselves in, I could go to jail as the driver. And your friend basically says, I'm not gonna say anything about this, and you agree. You don't tell the police, you tell no one. You get away with it in essence. You even see on the news that the Sarah Smith was killed in a car accident. No known leads. She was a homeless person, blah, 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 a bunch of things. And basically a year goes by, you don't confess to it, no one gets caught. Now, you start dating a girl or a guy, if, you know, depending on the gender of the person answering this here, or if you like dating the person of the same sex, go ahead. You start dating a person, and you're going out with them for about a year. Now, you know that there's a tragic circumstance in their life, and you don't kind of push the issue. And that tragic circumstance is, you know that their mother is dead. But you don't ask about it because that's like not something that you ask the specifics of right away. But you find out a year after dating this person, you really love this person, that they reveal to you that their mother was in fact Sarah Smith, and you never put the two and two together with the last names and thought, wait, what a coincidence that was. My friend, ran down some person with the name Smith and killed them. You don't put two and two together, and you realize their mother that was killed by your friend. What do you do? Do you tell the friend, do you tell your girlfriend, boyfriend that, oh my God, my friend killed your mother 2 years ago? Do you let them know that? Or do you keep the secret after all this time and tell them nothing? What do you do? All right. So that's a classic scenario. The scenario originally is supposed to be, do you tell the police if your friend hits someone and there's no damage and there's no evidence and you can get away with it? But anyway, I put a twist on this of saying you end up dating the daughter or son of the person that your friend killed in that car accident. What do you do? Do you tell them? Anyway, this drove on really long here. All right, number 3, and I think I'm going to stick to the theme of making the third question money related each time. All right, number 3 is just some filthy rich guy, whatever, gives you $10 million. $10 million, but there's only one possible thing you can do with this money. You can't keep part of it for yourself or anything like that. For those of you who are going to say, well, I'm going to keep $1 million, then I'm going to do the rest with $9 million. There's only one thing you can do with this money, or else he's taking every penny of it back. You have to donate $10 million unanimously to charity. You can't put any name to it. You just basically some way, somehow randomly give $10 million to a charity of your choosing, just to let them use it. Or you can get $5,000 all to yourself and just keep it, no questions asked. Just spend it on whatever. So what would you do? Would you take $5,000 just to buy just whatever you want? You want to buy some nice TVs, some nice furniture for your house, whatever, help pay off that car? Or would you like to know that you helped do a lot of good for a charity that you felt good about, but never get credit for it? What would you do? So, there we go. Just to refresh here, question number 1 is you choose which one of the 3 circumstances you're going to choose not to be true. The 200 people dying in a plane crash, the 10 family members of a direct friend of yours, or do you save a personal friend of yours from dying in a car accident? Question number 2 is you get away with an accident for over a year. Your friend who is driving the car gets away with an accident over a year that leads to a vehicular homicide. You end up dating someone for a year and you find out that that was their mother that was killed. Do you tell them? Do you not? What do you do? Question number 3 is you get $10 million to give to charity and never get credit for it, or you can get $5,000 all for your own just to buy some cool shit with. So, that's our 3 questions for today. I'll be back in a few days with the answers, probably Easter Sunday or something, or the next Monday. Anyway, and again, the link for that petition is in the video description regarding John Undertaker Freak 1127's wrongful termination from this website. So, anyways, I hope this gives you guys something to think about today. Have a great day, a better tomorrow. Happy early Easter for those of you that believe in that. Anyway, have a great day. That is all.